I think books are really one of the not so modern miracles that just give us a couple of hours of undivided attention into the minds of some really, really smart people who would otherwise be completely inaccessible to most people. Few people have impacted my thinking and I would say my views of the world as much as an intellectual called Sam Harris has in recent years. He's written a few books, he's got an incredible podcast, and he's got some contentious views on a few things, and I don't agree with necessarily everything that he says, but his ability to articulate difficult concepts and describe them in a way that the layman can understand it is really something quite incredible. He's done some amazing work around psychology and trying to understand the link between our brain and consciousness, which is, I guess, an age-old conversation and question that we've been thinking about for years. Harris is also a neurologist or neuroscientist, I can never remember, but he's a smart guy. He also wrote a book which I would say probably in terms of impact made is probably one of the books that's made the biggest impact in my life. The book is entitled Lying, and it's a look into a world where Harris unpacks this somehow archaic and he describes as disturbing phenomenon that we have in our world, where we make excuses for and sometimes tolerate white lies and these small untruths and the way that they impact people. He puts on a continuum with violence almost on the other end, and he believes that there's absolutely no place for lying in a modern society unless you sort of find yourself in some sort of moral emergency. And it's a practice that I've adopted in my own life in the last few years since reading the book, and that's this idea of radical honesty. It's probably going to be a topic that I'm going to cover quite a bit as I start to unpack what's happening in my head and put vlog content out there. But just to touch on it today, like the idea that we somehow live in a world where it's okay to not be 100% honest with people has, in my life in the past, made things really, really complicated. The way that you've engaged with people, or the way that you've told people certain things which hasn't been 100% true with what you would normally deem to be 100% honest, is something that I think has simplified my life dramatically. And the idea that you run your life based on radical honesty, where there is only one answer, means that you never really run two sets of code in your life. You run your business in the same way that you run your relationships, and you run your life in the same way that you have conversations with the people closest to you, friends, family, as well as the person that you just meet at a cocktail party for half an hour. That one set of moral code is the only thing that works in your life, and that means you never have to remember anything else, and you never have to worry about anything. And if you are completely honest with people and they know where you stand, your life is simple to a degree that I haven't been able to truly appreciate until I adopted this practice in my life. So if you're looking for a book to really change the way that you live, and even if you already live like this, kudos to you, because it really is something that I guess I needed to have read at a time when I was more open to it, and it came to me at the right time. But I could have made my life a lot simpler for all of the things that I maybe wasn't 100% honest about in my life up until the point where I adopted this practice and trying to be completely honest about absolutely everything. So Sam Harris, the book is called Lying, and check it out. It's not a long read. It's probably like an essay, maybe less than 100 pages. Gives some incredible examples, and it truly is an amazing opportunity to spend some time inside the mind of a truly smart modern day philosopher and intellectual. Let's make sure I don't get run over on the road here. Sending you love from Oaxaca in Mexico. Have a good day.